Blood Hunt, issue number 2 of 5 from Marvel Comics. So yeah, for anyone who's unfamiliar, there's this event going down in Marvel called Blood Hunts. And basically all around the world, all the mutants and superheroes that have any kind of dark force dimension powers, like any kind of connection to it, have lost their powers, which caused this huge explosion, which has blacked out the sun. Vampires are taking over the world because, hey, no sun, we can now do whatever we want. And a lot of the superheroes have kind of fallen to these vampires. We had in the first issue, Thor and Scarlet Witch were captured. Black Panther has been turned into a vampire. Blade, it turns out, is actually leading this group of vampires, so he's a villain. And in the last issue, he has captured Doctor Strange. He's turned Doctor Strange into a vampire, which is kind of weird because we have characters who are turning into vampires, but they're not being bitten. So I don't know how exactly they're turning into vampires. For example, spoiler alerts, Miles Morales turns into a vampire, but at no point in time does he ever get bitten. He just transforms for no reason. It's just kind of weird. So yeah, we just have Blade basically talking to his group, the Blood Coven, who are supposed to be like these badasses. In the first issue, they completely like destroyed the Avengers. And so he tells them, hey, my palace is secured, the earth is darkened, but I still want more. Panther, go find my prize, and Blood Coven, find me the girl, find me my daughter. So then we cut to Blade's daughter, Bloodline, who, can I just say that her look is just so freaking cliche. Like, as soon as I imagine Blade's daughter, I'm like, okay, it's going to be like a goth chick, right? And she's going to have like some kind of colored hair, and it's going to be that stupid side shave that I absolutely hate. Can we stop it with the side shave? Every single time we have to have a girl boss, it's always the stupid side shave. I hate this haircut so much. Yeah, we have Blade's daughter, and she's fighting vampires, and she's like getting overwhelmed, and that's when Dracula shows up to save her, and basically says, hey, I didn't like shepherd you away and hide you just so you can go out and start trying to save a bunch of civilians. Vampires are after you. You have a huge target on your back. Stop making it easier for them to find you. And that's when we cut to another part of the city where we have Tigra and Hunter's Moon, who I guess is supposed to be like another Moon Knight. I don't know. I'm not really following Marvel because the big two are pretty terrible outside of like a series here or there. Most of it's just kind of lame at this point. So yeah, they're fighting vampires when Miles Morales shows up, and he refers to himself as the other Spider-Man. Can I just say I hate Miles Morales? I'm probably going to piss people off, but Miles Morales is Miles Morales. He is not Spider-Man. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Spider-Man was never meant to be a mantle. Miles Morales should have always just been in his own universe. I hate the fact that they brought him into the 616. I don't care for his character whatsoever. He doesn't feel like an original character. He feels like they're just like, hey, let's take young high school Peter Parker and make him black, and that's kind of it. Even all his storylines are nothing but a bunch of ripoffs from early Spider-Man stuff. They don't have any idea what to do with his powers. Every single day he has like some kind of new powers. Oh, look at this electricity powers because, yeah, Spider-Man's an electricity. That doesn't make any sense. Also, what is it with giving black superheroes electrical powers? Can you not give them anything else? Any other kind of powers? Does it have to be electricity? And now he has like some kind of weird flaming sword because that makes sense. Spiders and flaming swords go hand in hand. Like, nothing about this character makes any sense whatsoever. They're just throwing a bunch of crap at the wall and hoping that something sticks. I hate this character so much because of that. Because they're trying to force this character down everybody's throats. They're constantly trying to shove him into everything. And it's like, he would have been so much better if you just left him alone, gave him his own universe, kept him in the Ultimate Verse, just have him do his own stories there, give him his own powers. He can be some other kind of spider name. Have him have his own rogues, villains, his own rogues gallery. Stuff like that, his own arcs, instead of just a bunch of like cheap knockoffs of Peter Parker. Miles Morales was perfectly fine in his debut series. Everything after that, it feels like you're trying to force this character down our throats. You're shoving him into everything. Movies, video games. And it's just I don't care anymore. Like, I've got to the point where you try to push him onto me so much that I absolutely hate him now. Whereas before, I had no problem with him. When he was just his own thing in his own universe, he was fine. Now I despise him. Sorry for that rant, but God, I just hate this character so much at this point. But yeah, they go to check out Doctor Strange's house, where they see him as a vampire trying to attack people, and yeah, that's the thing. Meanwhile, we cut to Bloodline, aka Blade's daughter, and Dracula, who are approached by the Blood Coven, which are the 6 individuals that basically, if you remember, completely stomped the Avengers in the first issue. Well, that's not the case anymore, because now we have Miss Marvel, and we have Captain America, and Vision, and Iron Man. And they just absolutely trounced the Blood Coven. When I say trounce, I mean they trounced the Blood Coven. They just completely steamrolled through them. The Blood Coven doesn't put up any kind of fight whatsoever. Vision literally grabs one of them, Megrim, and basically launches him up into the sky, where he like throws him in front of the sun, like past the clouds, and kills him. So one of them is already dead. We have Bloodstorm 1, who looks kind of cool. He looks like some kind of like giant statue brought to life. Like one of those like weird angelic but uncanny angelic statues. Like he looks like a villain that you would see in Bayonetta, for example. But Miss Marvel just completely wrecks his shit. And we even have like Smoke Eater just gets destroyed by Captain America. And then we have like my favorite just visually. He looks awesome. His name is Cruel. He just looks like this weird, like, I don't want to say skeletal, but like skinless humanoid covered in barbed wire. It looks something straight out of Silent Hill. Like whenever you see like the Silent Hill, like the other world, and you see like these weird, like skinless humanoids in cages and stuff, he looks like something in that. And yeah, he just has like this cool like barbed wire stuff. But Iron Man just basically creates this magnetic field and just destroys him. And then we even have like another character, Damascene, who gets his arm blown off. Like these characters just get absolutely destroyed. And Captain Marvel even like uses her powers to punch a hole in the clouds, so now there's sunlight. So it's just kind of like, okay, you just kind of destroyed the threat right here. You had these characters, the Blood Coven, you set them up to be badasses that like they were destroying the Avengers in issue 1. And now they got their shit pushed in without laying a single hit on any of these characters. I mean, not one blow is landed from the Blood Coven. They get absolutely destroyed and they run away like Team Rocket in Pokemon. It's embarrassing how badly they got stomped. And then one of the other threats is, oh, we have the sun blocked. Well, Miss Marvel just shoots a beam and now part of the clouds are gone and we get sunlight. So why not just have her just shoot more beams up into the sky and just bring all the sun back, and then we don't have to deal with vampires anymore. So it's like this entire thread just gets completely destroyed in this issue. So we still have like, what, 3 more issues to go? At least when it comes to Blood Hunt. We still have like other Blood Hunt spin-offs, but this is only issue 2 of 5 of the main run. And then we have like Spider-Man Blood Hunt, Dracula Blood Hunt, whatever Blood Hunt. So the thread's destroyed already. Like, why should I have any fear whatsoever that our heroes aren't going to make it if they completely destroyed Blade's generals and they brought back the sun? like you completely destroyed any kind of tension in this. I have no fear whatsoever for these characters. I mean, I already knew that obviously the heroes are going to win in the end. How they're going to turn people back from being vampires, I don't know. It's also kind of funny because it's like a lot of civilians have turned into vampires. And we have these people just going around murdering these vampires. So you're basically killing civilians. And then like even if you were to like turn back and cure everybody, you still killed a bunch of them while they were vampires. So they're not never coming back. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of funny. But yeah, Blood Coven. They get stomped. The sun is back. All right. You did that way too early. Like this should have been like maybe issue number 4. Like this should have been like the cliffhanger of the final issue where it's like, hey, you know, we got the sun. The tide's starting to turn. We still got to deal with the Blood Coven though. And then we have the epic giant showdown and the Avengers win and we have the aftermath where people are turning back into humans and whatever. Like, that is what I would have done. Instead, you brought the sun back and you had the Blood Coven get completely destroyed. One of them looks like he dies. He gets blown up by the sun in issue number 2. So, okay, that kind of sucks. Artwork is good though, so I mean, that's something. But other than that, yeah, this was bad. Like, this was terrible. You brought characters I didn't care for. You completely undercut your villains by having them get curb stomped. I cannot stress this enough. They got absolutely destroyed. They didn't put any kind of fight. This wasn't like the Blood Coven were like actually fighting back, and then Miss Marvel like shoots a beam into the sky and we get some sunlight, which weakens the Blood Coven, and then the Avengers start getting the upper hand. So the Blood Coven's like, all right, we're gonna cut our losses here and leave because we don't have the advantage anymore. It wasn't that. It was these guys got completely curb stomped, and then after they got destroyed, Miss Marvel brought back the sun. So it wasn't like the sun came first, weakened them, and then they got beat. No, they got beat while at full strength, and then they got even more weakened after that. So why should I care whatsoever? Why should I see them as any kind of threat? So yeah, there you go. There's Blood Hunt issue number 2. It sucked. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.